Well, thank you everyone who tune in for my monthly Good New World series. This is the season 2, episode 5, entitled New Collective. So again, if you just bear with me, I just gotta set up my collective podcast on YouTube. So let me get back in with you. So thank you again. So it's perhaps appropriate that we are discussing the new collective, which is, of course, related to our collective, which I created exactly, well, not exactly, but it'll be coming up to its 10-year anniversary. I co-founded a World Peace Summit here in New York, in Chinatown. So it's been our 10-year anniversary in October. So like I said, gone a long way since those days. So let me share my screen with you. And this is a presentation. Just bear with me again. Okay, share. Okay, so hopefully you can see this presentation, which myself and my colleagues at the Core to Friendship Association, Andrea Wen and Linda Zaraya, does every month. So this is our May presentation, and we are member 5 of the Core to Friendship Association. So this month is called New Collective, and each month we select the appropriate excerpt from the knowledge book that matches to the presentation that we're doing. So the excerpt that we picked is, I'll read it here to you, is our connections will continue for centuries to come. The important thing is to be on the same coordinates. For those that know the knowledge book, you'll find that in Fascicle 6, and the knowledge transmission diagram. And for the English version of that book, you'll find it on page 74. So, New Collective. Well, I said to you, New Collective relates to our collective, which is, we'll soon be celebrating our 10-year anniversary. And the motto of our collective is to achieve greatness through goodness. So it is a unified group that's working towards a common positive change through what we term the ABC, which is art, business, and charity. So the dictionary definition of collective is pretty much when several people or groups considered as one group. Okay, so several persons or entities considered as one group. And typically the collective group has a unifying common goal that they all aim for. So as I mentioned, our motto is to achieve greatness through goodness, through the art, business, and charity. Those are our holy trinity that we abide by. So just as the Holy Trinity is behind the art, the business, and charity, the entities behind those three principles are the activists, the artisans, and the artists. So the activists are gone in reverse order is related to the charitable deeds that we do. So these are advocates for change, obviously good change, driving social progress in a positive way. So we have various community organizers all around the world, even though we started here in North America. One of our co-founder is Teresa Nackley, who's based in Brazil, although her family is originally from, well, I was about to call Israel, but her family line is actually on the Golan Heights when it was part of Syria. So she's very cosmopolitan. And our other co-founder is Maggie Law, originally from mainland China. So we are a diverse group of entities, and we have since expanded our outreach, not just to Asia, North America, but also Europe and Africa as well. So we are effectively a collection of global citizens addressing worldwide challenges. And For those that are being seen the going-ons in our world will know that we have many, many challenges indeed. In terms of wars, following the pandemics, economic, ups and downs. But anyway, so those are challenges that we must all, if we are to succeed as one, we have to work with one common goal. So right now that may seem very difficult, especially here where I live in America. It's politically very polarizing, as I'm sure you're all aware. But like I said to you, no pain, no gain, as the saying goes. So along with the activists, we have compatriots, the artisans, which is related to the business, and the artists, which is obviously related directly to art. So artisans are skilled workers, craftsmen, engineers. So there's a lot of things that encompass what artisans do. So talent, and obviously artists are the creative, just like my beautiful, talented TriStar partner, Andrea Wen, who's an amazing artist in her own right, not just a published author, but she's an award-winning film maker, and those that follow us will know that a great movie, The Man Who Met God, is now streaming exclusively on Monitorium. So those are our three groups of people, talents in the field of art, again, business and charities, and those groups are collectively the artists, the artisans, and the activists. So in terms of what we do in the spheres of art and business, well, art is our media. It is as Shakespeare eloquently phrased it, music be the food of love, play on. So even though I'm a scientist, very logical, and perhaps some say I'm a bit too robotic and not very loving, that's something that I'm aware of, and I know that I need to be get my own balance of duality and balancing the love component and the logical. So I am working on that. But art is an important part of our life. Perhaps it defines what it is to be a human. Communication. Well, as I said, there's a lot of animals, dolphins, chimpanzees. Well, we also communicate. But perhaps you could argue that only humans truly appreciate art, and art's been around. If you look at the rock paintings, first images of a human hand, that's probably the first asking, why are we here? And obviously those cave paintings of animals and things. So artists followed us for many, many millennia, dating back, 50, 60,000 years. As long as, like I said to you, as long as first Homo sapiens, existed, then art has been an integral part of our mental psyche, the good part of our mental psyche. Like I say, music can also calm the beast as well. So art is very important. Again, perhaps in our society where we cherish materialism and wealth and money, gradually we tend to not, have that much, pay too much prominence to artists. I'm not saying there's obviously not famous artists, movie actors are themselves are artists as well, but I'm talking about the average artist who I know who finds it very, very hard to be perhaps appreciated and to earn a living. So within our collective, we want to change that mindset. We want to put art as a pillar, an equal pillar to the other two pillars, which are business and charity, on an equal setting. So the art comes in various forms: visual art, of course, performing art, the music, the movies, etc. And one of the other Trinity is business. So business is important. Again, I'm not trying to knock business works because the world is propelled with money. And so whether we like it or not, that's an important part of what society is based on. And, but through our collective, we don't feel that that should be just all about money, money, money. No, it's again, through our operating principle, that art, business, and charities are equal legs on a stool. And as long as they're equal, then the stool will be equally balanced. But if you have one that is, way too exaggerated, too long, then the stool will be not in balance and will likely fall over. So that's the principle that we abide by. So, and the other leg of that stool is our charity. So art may be the media in which we tell the world, show the world what we're doing, and business is the domain in which we generate the revenue to support our various activities. And charity is the soul of why we're doing this work. We're not just doing it for money's sake, we're doing it for reasons, and that is, community support. Obviously, education is a very important part of that charitable deed, just like, again, my TriStar partner, Andrea Wen, her creation, One Humanity, One Will, is dedicated to bringing free education to all citizens of this world. So that's an important mission of our global collective. And obviously, this housings, just like the mind, the body, we need to readily, even in this rich city in New York, we see too many homeless people. So we need to support those. Again, there's very polarized, issues regarding that, but that's something that we strongly stand by. And not just for humanity, but also the environment on our planet, because if we destroy our planet, it doesn't matter how intellectual we are, how effective we are. If we don't have a planet, we ain't going to survive. So environment issues are very important also for our global alliance, our collective. So our evolution, how did our collective start? As I mentioned to you, I started in a small group in 2015, first founded by myself, Teresa Nackley, and Maggie Law. And since then, we've grown, expanded our membership. Our membership is exclusive, invite only. I know a lot of people have asked about joining our collective, but we're very selective. Like I said to you, you heard all the principles that we expound to, including the 10 Commandments, which I previously, or the 10 Charter of our collective, which I previously proclaimed. Those are very important issues and criteria that we have. In fact, I'm the creator of our collective. I don't even claim that perhaps I fully acknowledge or obey all the 10 Commandments, but I'm human, so I'm not going to claim that I'm 100% perfect, but that's something to aspire to. That's something to work to, so. So presently, as I said, we've come to our 10-year anniversary. So I think despite the short lives of our collective, we've done a lot. In fact, I would say those that know what's been happening within our collective sphere will know, like I said to you, we are heading in the right direction. We're heading forward and upwards. And that is the future. The continued expansion of our positive change that we want to enlighten upon this world. So what is it all for? You're doing it for your own ego, maybe, but we're doing it for a legacy, absolutely. We're doing it for divine reason, again, absolutely. So, again, those that know my personal mission know that I'm the nuclear physicist who claim to have scientific proof the existence of God. So at the pinnacle of our pyramid is the divinity that, that we are all, that I feel that we should all be aiming for, So that's the apex of this pyramid of our collective that we have created. And of course, even though the apex is where we're reaching for our goals, we need a very, very strong foundation upon which to build upon that. Otherwise, everything will just collapse. And our strong foundation must be grounded in compassion and love. And I said to you earlier, those that know me very well know that perhaps I'm not exactly the most loving a person. Very logical, very smart and intellectual, without sounding too arrogant. But the loving part, but that's something that I'm learning. And that's something that my beautiful, talented, artistic TriStar partner, Andrea Wen, is teaching me a lot. So I'm getting there. It's slow progress, but I'm getting there. But, I said to you, we're not all perfect. And the salvation is how we're going to reach from our foundation, built on our foundation, to the apex of our purpose, our divine purpose in life. So thank you for listening in on this month's presentation. And again, I want to thank the Court of Friendship Association based in Istanbul and the Malana Supreme Foundation for giving me and my partners here, Andrea Wen and Linda Zerai, the opportunity to create these presentations for humanity. And next month, there will be the third in the second pillar, the Holy Trinity, which will be on new governance. And actually, we'll also be in Istanbul, also doing our own presentation live on the stage in Istanbul. So for those that are out there in Istanbul, I look forward to seeing you all. So God bless you. Much love and peace to you all. And of course, the divine TriStar blessing to you all. Thank you again. And goodbye till next month.